malfunction.
And we back.
Tonight we're making blueberry muffins because I have a lot of blueberries.
It's recording.
It's totally recording. We have a lot of blueberries on accident, and so that's what we're gonna do. Also, every single thing we own is in the dishwasher right now because I've baked a lot in the past few days. I made a cake. This morning I made a coffee cake. And so yeah, we're using our salad spinner bowl as a mixing bowl, and we only have 1/3 of a cup measuring cup. So this is what we're using for everything.
Efficiencies.
But it will be perfectly fine. So also, I don't know why, but I'm still holding the remote to the to the refrigerator. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do.
Was that English?
Yeah.
To the what
So
would you
first
call
thing,
it?
I don't know.
To the
First thing you're gonna do is you wanna line your muffin tin. It's very important.
Nothing better than a good muffin tin.
These muffins shouldn't stick, but if they did, you would have to put them all in the trash, and that would be upsetting. So this recipe will make 12 very large muffins. Okay?
Just paper.
So yeah, I prefer paper because go green. All right. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna put 3 cups of flour into your bowl.
Oh. Are we going to speed this part up?
Again, because we only have 1/3 cup, it's 9 scoops.
See y'all in a little bit.
Also, this is just my opinion, but I suggest using organic flour because other flour or derivatives of flour are sprayed with glyphosate, and that has a lot of different implications. So if you feel so inclined, do that research.
Does it need to be like a smooth thing?
It's fine, just 3 cups.
1 of 9.
Are you gonna do that for all of them?
Well, I figured you would like speed this part up. It's not the most exciting part. 2. 3. 4. Don't click it.
I'm not.
5.
Okay, you need to make sure they're all kind of the same.
Well, the first ones were over, and so that was-
Perfect. Make sure you wash your hands before you do this like Dylan, or else you're sticking your hands into the flour bag. Also, your oven needs to be preheated to 400 degrees. That's already occurring.
7.
Our efficiency scale is not good.
8. 9.
Wonderful. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pour a cup of sugar into this bowl. Initially, we're mixing all the dry ingredients together, and then we'll mix the wet ingredients in later. We pre-measured this, so in goes our sugar.
1 cup.
And next we need
Or
4,
3 1/3 cups.
correct, 4 teaspoons of baking powder.
Is this what helps it rise?
Yes, but good news. The measuring spoons are also in the dishwasher. So I'm gonna have to wash those real quick and we will be back. Recording.
It's so far away. Yep.
Yeah, it is recording. Okay. So we have retrieved the measuring spoons. This is good. And we're gonna do 4 teaspoons of baking powder. That's a tablespoon.
How many teaspoons is a tablespoon?
That's a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm not sure. Hey Alexa, how many teaspoons are in a tablespoon? 1 tablespoon is 3 teaspoons, so
Thank you.
the more you know. Okay. We can handle that later, actually. Okay.
Okay. 4 tablespoons?
4 tablespoons.
So-
Teaspoons. 4 teaspoons.
So we could also do 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon.
But for baking, exact measurements are ideal.
Yeah, but if 3 is 1, then 1 is...
Truly. You should just do it that way. Baking is a science, everyone.
Inefficient.
I think it's inefficient.
No, I work in math.
Okay.
4 teaspoons.
Yep.
Flat.
Yes.
It's like packed in there.
Yes. It's very important, everyone, that you don't confuse baking powder for baking soda. They do different things, so make sure you're using baking powder.
What do they do? Do I have to like?
It's just, that's good.
You just said if you just said
Flat, but I didn't know what you meant.
exact. You said exact. Then.
Baby, that's great.
1. This is really packed in there. Wait, what are the different baking things do?
They just react different. They have different chemical reactions.
Yeah, so like when you.
So like if we use baking soda in this instead of baking powder, they would bubble over and be almost like fizzy like, which we don't
So what do you use baking soda for?
sometimes cakes.
4.
It just depends. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we're gonna do 3/4 tablespoon now of table salt.
3/4 tablespoon or teaspoon?
Teaspoon. Did I say tablespoon?
Yes.
I was wrong. 3/4 teaspoon. That would be a ton of salt.
That would be a lot of salt. Or sodium. Okay, so this is 1/4 of a teaspoon. So I'm gonna do 3 of these.
Yep.
Running out of mortals. Oh, oh, why is it coming off the side there?
You're doing good.
You see that?
Yeah, it's okay.
1. No one likes salty muffins. Why is that happening?
It must be pouring out the bottom. It's okay.
Oh,
It's okay.
oh! 3/4 salt.
You're gonna get a spoon. Oh, he's gonna get a spoon.
I have to do it because everyone who watches these videos, if you make it, are going to be like, well, of course she can do it. She's fantastic at these things. So by having someone inept like me do it proves that you can do it too.
Dishwasher's running. Please hold. All right. So you're gonna mix all your dry ingredients together, just so that they're well combined.
This is way easier than mixing wet ingredients.
It is indeed. Okay, and then you're just gonna set it aside. That's good.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's good. Great. All right, so now we're gonna do our wet ingredients. Like I said, everything is in. It's okay.
I have to get it out.
Everything is in the dishwasher, so we're gonna use this very small bowl. The first thing we're gonna do is put in 3/4 cup of milk.
Okay.
I did grab one of our liquid measuring cups from the dishwasher because this just wasn't gonna cut it. 3/4 cup.
Kind of upset that we're using fat-free milk, but
My kitchen fire
the
rules.
sacrifices you make for your loved ones. Am I right? 3/4 cup?
Yep.
Oh, that's too much.
That has a spout so you can pour it back easily. That's still 1 cup. Still too much. Still too much. 6 ounces is 3/4 of a cup, by the way, since we're talking conversion style today.
Okay, she didn't know that. It's not our measuring glass, though. So. But you might have known it.
Yeah, you don't know I didn't know it.
You're smart.
Okay, and then we're gonna do 2/3 cup vegetable oil. Honestly, vegetable oil is not my favorite ingredient. It's just not. But
Everyone has a favorite ingredient. How many?
2/3 cup. I would always prefer something like coconut oil or avocado oil. But in this recipe, vegetable oil really does work better. So just get a quality ingredient and you'll be fine. I'm gonna put this in the fridge.
2/3?
Yep. Pour it in.
What's the vegetable oil do?
Moistness.
Mmm.
America's least favorite word.
You don't want dry muffins either.
You don't.
Dry, salty muffins. 2 of the worst things in the world.
Okay, and then 2 eggs straight in.
This is gonna be interesting.
Why?
I'm just not confident with my egg cracking
Oh, you
ability.
should be. You're good at it. Meanwhile, I'm just going to scoop this large amount of dry ingredients off the counter here.
Okay.
That wasn't bad at all, babe. Good work. Alright, and so while he's doing the second egg, I will chat with you about the blueberries. Everyone, fresh blueberries are your friend. This is what you should use. Do not buy frozen blueberries. They're just not as good. They bleed. There's all kinds of reasons why I prefer fresh blueberries.
They bleed.
However, you should put your frozen blueberries your fresh blueberries into the freezer about an hour before you make this recipe, because it will keep them from bleeding. Bleeding is when the blueberry bursts because of the heat, and then your muffin turns blue, which is not ideal. It's not as aesthetically pleasing. So yeah, about an hour before you make this recipe, pop your fresh blueberries into the freezer, and then pull them out when you start baking. Okay, so mix this up.
Do I have a beater?
You can use a whisk, or you can just use that same spoon.
I'm whisking.
We have a small whisk in that long drawer. Yep. So you're gonna whisk together your dry ingredients.
Wet ingredients.
Wet ingredients. I don't know why I can't get that straight tonight.
Whisk, 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 whisk. What am I looking for?
Complete,
Mixture.
yeah, what's that word?
Mixture.
Like it's all combined.
Mixture.
Yes. What was that in science? Like it was a mixture or a...
Mixture. I don't know, like a compound? I don't know.
No. Okay, great. So it's all combined. We're going to grab our wet ingredients again, and we are going to pour them into this. So I'm going to stir this, and you're going to pour that in.
Am I done with the whisk?
Yep.
Whisk.
Into the soup. And this is going to make a really thick batter. That is ideal. So a little at a time.
Oh, okay.
More than that. Yep, good. And more. Great. You want to make sure you're mixing all around the sides and at the bottom. You don't want a bunch of dry ingredients stuck at the bottom. Okay, the rest.
All of it?
Yep.
You sure?
And we can do it however you want, but yeah. The rest. Good. Okay, so we're just going to mix this up until well combined.
Mixture.
Let me take a second because there are a lot of dry ingredients, but you don't want this to be runny at all.
Raptors and Warriors are playing, so BRB. Oh, it's a commercial.
And then we're just going to dump our blueberries straight into this. And we're going to fold them in. You want to make sure this is well combined prior to adding the blueberries so that you're not busting them by trying to mix this all together and integrating the blueberries. You want to use about 2 cups of blueberries for this recipe. To be honest, I'm just going to use 2 of our packages because we have a lot of them and they need to be used and it'll be about right. I said earlier that baking is a science, and that's 100% true, but things like add-ins like blueberries and stuff, if you have a few more or a few less than it calls for, you're really going to be okay because it's just a preference thing. It's not a science reaction thing.
We use imperfect produce. It's actually super cool. Where'd our box go? Did you take it out?
Yeah, I took it outside.
We got our box today. You got to choose what goes in your box. We're not #sponsored. Don't worry.
Not yet.
But this tells you why they included blueberries in our box this week. It says,
did you know that 70% of produce doesn't end up in the grocery store because of cosmetic features?
it's crazy.
Crazy. Such a waste.
Small berries aren't as popular as big ones, so farmers often lose money on them. We think they're just as delicious, and we agree. So it's pretty cool. They tell you a lot of times they'll tell you exactly what farm your produce came from. And we found that it's pretty similar to the farms or the exact farms that we find at our local Whole Foods or Central Market. And so it's way cheaper. It's helping not as much food go to waste. and it's super convenient. And
Yeah, they deliver it to your door.
It gives you little fun facts.
Do you want to do this part, or you want me to?
No, I'm worried I'm gonna like smush them.
Okay. So then you just integrate your blueberries as such. Did it stop?
Nope, still going. Hey guys.
This is what your mixture is going to look like when it's time to put it into the dishes.
Out of context, that kind of looks like a chocolate chip cookie.
But it's not. It's blueberries.
Earlier I said I was going to do everything to show that you can do everything, but I'm
Here.
pretty nervous, so Alexa's going to scoop these. Oh, she's using a little ice cream scoop.
Yeah, I like to use a cookie scoop for this just so that we can make sure that every tin, what's this called? Every muffin has the same amount of stuff. So I usually go through and start with about 2 scoops per muffin to begin with. And I just want to go all the way through and do this. Ooh, okay, this way you don't want to happen.
Do you need help?
No, you want to make sure your little paper things are flat inside of the hole, or else they will flip over when you fill them. So like I was saying, I'm going to go through, put 2 scoops in each one, and then I'll probably go back through and put a 3rd, but we want to make sure that, again, they're all the same. It's important that your muffins are the same size so that they all cook at the same speed. Also, with a blueberry muffin, you want to make sure the muffin is, like the little paper is really full. Some muffins rise a ton. Blueberry muffins do to an extent, but we want them to bubble at the top because that gives them the characteristic blueberry muffin look. So that is how we achieve that, or this is how we achieve that. All right, so our muffin tin is full. You can see they're very, Dylan's twerking in the background. And now we're just gonna-
I hid it by the turbinado sugar.
We're gonna sprinkle some organic turbinado sugar, raw cane sugar on top of these so that they get a nice crust, and then we're gonna bake them at 400 for 20 to 25 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean.
Wait, but are we not gonna do my brown sugar idea?
Dylan really wants to put brown sugar cinnamon on top of a few of them, so we're gonna do that. We've never done that before.
Tell me that's not gonna be delish. Ooh. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. What's so special about turbinado sugars?
The granules are larger on this than granulated sugar, like normal white sugar.
Fine sugar.
And I find that it tastes better. Additionally, it's less refined, so I prefer that.
Hashtag healthy.
Well, I wouldn't really say these muffins
Healthy baking.
are healthy. All right, we'll do those 3 with your... Okay, so Dylan wants to combine brown sugar and cinnamon to put on top of his.
Brown, cinnamon, sugar, blueberry muffins.
Which is what he calls it. Brown sugar... Wait, what do you call it?
Brown, cinnamon, sugar, blueberry muffins.
He's been saying that, and I wasn't sure what he was talking about at first. Okay, so grab a little bowl.
Look how strong I am.
Grab a little...
God, I literally am. Grab a bowl.
Yeah, a little bowl.
Big bowl, little bowl.
Little bowl. And
Little
then grab some brown sugar.
That's what they called me in middle school. Little bowl Larberg. Just kidding. What they call me in middle school isn't appropriate for YouTube, so.
So you're just gonna put some in there, and then you're gonna sprinkle some brown sugar.
Oh, okay. Where's my cinnamon?
It's in the spice drawer. It's okay.
How come sugar gets so clumpy?
Brown sugar does. Look, use your hand. Brown sugar does because it's normal sugar with molasses in it. Did you know that? That's how they make brown sugar.
Molasses.
Molasses.
More like.
Your glasses?
That was way better than what I was gonna say. How much of this?
I've never done this, but more than that, like, you know, you're gonna sprinkle it like this. It's just gonna be more. And then grab the cinnamon out of the spice drawer.
Y'all have any friends from Canada?
That's good.
I have 2 friends from Canada. It's pretty crazy. Well, 3. I know 2 families. I guess from. It's weird.
What is he talking about?
Also, fun fact. Here we go. Fun fact.
Okay, get the
fun
cinnamon.
Fact. Well, I can't.
I want to eat a muffin.
Fun fact. My high school alma mater, go Stangs.
Okay, we got it. Your high school alma mater.
The alma mater song was sung to the tune of O Canada.
Amazing. Get the cinnamon.
Fun facts.
I would use. You can use this one. There's another one. It's just ground cinnamon. And then sprinkle it in there.
I shouldn't use the Costco-sized ground cinnamon?
No.
You want a howdy creation?
Yes. Just dump some in there. Oh, gosh.
None has come out.
Yeah, well, it's because you're shaking it so weird. Just dump some in there.
Like that?
No, more. More.
That's a lot of
A
cinnamon.
little bit more. Okay.
I don't want this
Now
to be spicy.
it won't be spicy.
Y'all do the cinnamon challenge?
Now mix.
Probably won't like this if you did the cinnamon challenge.
Stop. Stop talking. Mix that up and then put it on top of the.
Like this?
Yes, mix it up and then you're gonna sprinkle it on top. Like no, you're just pinching it. Get the bottom like, yes.
Well, this bowl is tiny.
Well, you chose the bowl.
Okay, you said get a tiny bowl. I didn't know what I was doing.
Why are you doing your hands like that?
This bowl is so small.
Okay, and then just sprinkle it on the top.
My muffins are going to be way better. How long do these have to bake?
20 to 25 minutes at 400.
Oh, until a toothpick. Yeah.
I cannot watch you do this. It hurts me. You're getting it on the pan.
Okay, look at all the granulated turbinado sugar that's on the pan. Thank you.
Granulated turbinado sugar. Not. So if we really wanted to create like a streusel topping, which is similar to what Dylan's
Streusel?
we would have cut up cold butter and crumbled it in with this brown sugar and cinnamon, and it would have created that like streusel-y topping. However, this is just going to be cinnamon sugary, which will be delicious.
Try to dump it out?
Yes. Do you want to go ahead and stick these in the oven?
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to stick these in the oven, like I said, for the 3rd time for 20 minutes.
20-25 minutes at 400 until a toothpick can stick in and out with nothing coming out on it.
That's true.
If it's too wet, put it back in the oven.
Yes. Ready? In the oven.
Oh, these are heavy.
Yep.
I didn't think about this.
You can hold it with one hand.
Oh gosh.
Do you need help?
I hope I
Let
don't
me-
drop them. Top or bottom shelf?
Top.
Why?
Because that's just what you do. In the middle of the oven. There it is. Show you when they're ready. They're done.
These are mine.
Those are Dylan's with the brown sugar and cinnamon. And these are the others. So yeah, they're nice and big. They're really pretty when you pull them out. They're super hot right now though. This is what they're gonna look like. Hope you guys enjoyed.